but I want to specially make the videos for the girls who have ADHD, ADD, or on the spectrum in some sense, because finishing out our last 90 days looks a little different than what the girls are suggesting for us to do. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Erica Marche, and I am here to help you create an amazing life. So I know you've all seen this whole winter art thing on social media. Basically what it is finishing out these last 90 days strong and not starting on January the 1st to change your life. There have been so many videos on TikTok, so many videos on YouTube, and I've seen a few on Instagram, but I want to specially make the videos for the girls who have ADHD, ADD, or on the spectrum in some sense, because finishing out our last 90 days looks a little different than what the girls are suggesting for us to do. So everyone is saying make your goals clear. And I wholeheartedly agree. But for the Neurospicy girls, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to pick one goal, 1 to 2 goals. Baby, do not put more than that. 1 to 2 goals to focus on. Because understand, even if you work on one goal right now for the next 90 days, you will have progressed in your life more so than you would have when you wrote down 5 goals that you never accomplished or looked at again. So get clear on one goal. Think about one aspect that you want to work on in life, whether it's your fitness goals, whether it's a career goal, whether it's a physical goal, you want to change the way you look physically, whether it's a interpersonal relationship goal, whether you want to make more friends or just get closer to your family. What is that one goal that we're working on for the next 90 days? For us, working on one goal at a time, it prevents that overwhelming feeling. You know that feeling you get when you're overwhelmed? And I know for us, when we get overwhelmed, baby, we just quit. Or we just put it off so much that we forget about the goal, or we put it off so much that it starts as a little bit of panic and it becomes a big ball of panic. We're going to work on 1 to 2 goals to get clear on those 1 to 2 goals. That way we can achieve it in the next 90 days without short circuiting. Okay. So now that you have that goal clear, you're going to break that down into maybe 3 smaller goals. Let's say your goal is a fitness goal. Let's say it's to lose 10 pounds. You're going to write down to lose 10 pounds. Under that, I want you to write down the 3 things that you're going to need to lose 10 pounds. Whether that is take a walk every day, to eat better. And you don't have to eat all 3 meals better, because remember, the neuro girls, we have to do it slow or it becomes overwhelming. Maybe make your lunch purely healthy food, whether it be like you eat more vegetables, more greens, only drink water for your lunch. And then the next goal is to let's do a quick 10-minute exercise from YouTube. Like, this doesn't have to be complicated. We're going to do it as simple as possible. So whatever your goal is, write the major goal down and then break it down with 3 or 4 bullet points. So the next thing for us to finish out these 90 days strong is time management. I know, I hear you. I also too have very piss poor time management. Honestly, time does not exist with me. But what that will look like for us Neurospicy girls is that we don't have super strict times, right? So time managing our goals is to not be so restrictive. You're going to do things by the day. So if you have a goal of something, you're going to be like, okay, I need to get this done today. It doesn't necessarily have to be by a certain time, but you have to do it today. Or if you know that that is still too restrictive as a neurotypical person, give yourself the week, or like, I have to do this within 3 days, or I have to do this within the week. That way you're not putting so much pressure on yourself to be so chop when it comes to time, because I know, again, that could get so overwhelming for us, or it could create that paralyzation that we get sometimes when things are too strict, where it's like you just physically cannot do it. So our time management is more broader than your regular neurotypical person. Also, when time managing your goals and working on them day to day, give yourself time to do it in spurts. So for me, what I typically do when I'm working towards something is I work in 5 to 10 minute intervals. That way I don't feel burnt out, or I don't feel very stressed to finish it by a certain time. So if I have to make a batch of videos for content, what I would do is do my hair, take a break. Do my makeup, take a break. Film 1 video, take a break. Film 2 videos, take a break. And then it's a long break where I just sit, do nothing. Film the 3rd video, take a break. Like, don't feel like you have to complete everything within a consistent amount of time, because that is going to burn you out as somebody who either has ADD, ADHD, or something of that nature. And we don't want to get burnt out because we are trying to be successful. I know we hear this all the time, but consistency is key. You have to stay consistent. And I know we've all heard of people not being as talented as you, but because they are consistent, they are more successful than you. So you have to stay consistent. And again, it doesn't have to be a strict consistent. We're going to treat it how we treat our time management, to where if we do something, we will do it every other day or every 3 days or once a week, until we can build up that endurance to do it every day or to do it every other day. You need to build up the habit of doing it. I know it can be hard if you are neurodivergent, because sometimes sticking to a strict schedule, I know for me, it like makes me very antsy. And I don't know why, but like if something is too strict or too rigid, it feels like it's crushing my soul. But in order to be successful, there is no way around being consistent. You have to be consistent and you have to be disciplined. And one thing that helps me out a lot is setting a timer on my phone. Like, I will literally set an alarm and be like, okay, today I need to do this. My alarm will go off and then I will do it. Also, set a routine for yourself could be very helpful with being consistent. And again, your routine doesn't have to be so strict down to certain times. It could be a general routine of waking up, make sure you eat, get dressed, and then do the thing that you need to do. You see, those are just 4 things, and 3 of those things are just normal everyday habits. And then that one thing. Like, we can't overcomplicate these things, because if we overcomplicate it, we will get overwhelmed. And when we get overwhelmed, what happens? We don't do the thing. Now, one thing I do like to do when I do reach certain milestones, even if they are very small, is I like to celebrate myself. Like, I will either order DoorDash, or I will allow myself to drink a soda or something like that. When I feel like when you reward yourself for being consistent or accomplishing certain goals, it makes you want to do it over and over again. And not necessarily in a training type of way, but it's just like you just feel good that you've done it and now you get a reward for it. That also helps you to accomplish a lot more. Last but not least, find you somebody that will hold you accountable. Like, I have a friend, every time I want to accomplish a goal, I'll tell her my goal and tell her my timeline, or just share with her what I need from her. And when I say she is on my ass, like, she will text me and be like, hey, did you do that thing? Hey, you didn't post. I don't see this. I don't see that. And when I say that keeps me on my toes, like, okay, I need to post. I need to do the things. I need to make sure I'm staying on top of the habits, because I do want to be successful. And if I am not consistent and if my goals are not clear, then I cannot be successful. And with her basically being on my neck, baby, I cannot not do the things, because I'm gonna hear a mouthful and I don't want to deal with it. Just for my neurodivergent girlies, no, I do understand that it is not easy to stay consistent and to follow through with a lot of things, because of attention span and because of how we are organized or sometimes aren't organized. But it is very possible. Like I said, I've succeeded in life pretty well. Like, I've reached a lot of my goals, and I've kind of had to do it in a way that I saw fit. Like, I'm not a 5 a.m. type of person where I wake up at 5 a.m. to make sure all my goals are met. Sometimes I wake up at 12 p.m. and get to work, because I just know, like, if I wake up too early, then my mental is not clear. And if my mental is not clear, then I'm going to feel overwhelmed. And when I feel overwhelmed, I tend to shut down. So a major thing for us is to decide how we want to create the routines and be consistent within those routines. And it does not have to look like everybody else's routine of waking up at 5 o'clock, eating your breakfast, ironing your clothes, writing this down, doing it. It does not have to look like that. You can jump up out of bed, get straight to what you need to do, and then let that be that. Like, genuinely sit down and think about what is going to be easy for you, so you can accomplish your goals and finish these 90 days out strong. And like I said, it doesn't have to be 50,000 goals. Just choose one. If you choose one goal and focus on that for the next 90 days, you will be further ahead than if you wrote down 50 goals and worked on nothing because you became overwhelmed. So to my neurodivergent girlies, we are finishing these 90 days strong. and our winter arc is going to be a great one. And that is it. So please like and subscribe and comment down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.